Yes, guys, welcome back to the Chelsea FC Today YouTube channel. Back again with another preview again for the Manchester City Chelsea FC game at the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And today I'm joined by Vedant, man. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm good today. And how are you?
Yeah, yeah, good, thanks. I guess that's good to hear. So we got a big game this weekend, eh?
Yeah,
FA Cup semi-final. The FA Cup probably one of the best chances for silverware this season. As Champions League, it's going to be tough, whereas FA Cup, it's also tough, but it is City, and it is a trophy that we do have a lot of domestic success, and so I'm very optimistic for our hopes this year in the competition. So I'm just going to start off with some basic injury news. Vedant, what did you get from the press conference, and what did you hear about the injuries?
yeah. So I heard that Conte is fully fit for the game, but obviously Kovacic was injured. We heard that, and he's going to be out for this one, and so is Christensen. And everyone else is fit.
Yeah, those are big losses if you think about it, right? AC's been probably one of the informed defenders under Tuchel. Kovacic too has been very good since he's been coming back. So it's going to be a big loss, and especially with the current amount of games, coming up, because we got this game, and then we got Brighton midweek, West Ham, and then we got the Champions League, and I'm not sure who's after that. So it's very hard, and I do think we'll need quite a few rotations in this game just to keep the squad fresh, for the big important games. I think league top four has to be our priority too over the FA Cup, even though we must do all we can for this competition. Top four and Champions League are the main two objectives. FA Cup, I think, is third on that list in my opinion. But anyway, moving on. So I guess we're just going to do a predicted lineup now to start off. So get that going. Could you just open the screen share portal?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Easy. Easy. All right. So back again. Trusty Footbin website never lets us down. So here we go. Back into the squad builder. Now, I think we can both discuss that before even getting the squad up. I think Mendy has to start. I think it's a
Yeah,
semi-final of an FA Cup, so it's past the
got
point in
you.
which probably it's best to use the second choice keeper. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying there?
Yeah, it's got to start. Mendy's got to start.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Look, I think Kepa could come back for something, some form, some like for next season, but it's simple. Mendy's been honestly one of our signings of the season, if not the signing of the season. Now, on to more of a maybe contentious topic and not so straightforward. Positions are our back three. Now that Christensen's injured too, will Thiago Silva have to come fill in? Because even though, he's an old guy, so we don't want to play him every single game. But in your eyes, what's the back three for this game, Vedant?
I think Rudiger has to start, in my opinion. Rudiger, he's
Yeah, I
secured
totally
on
agree
that
with you.
left. And I also think Ashby should start in this game just because this is the game where we need a leader and a captain. And
Aspi,
yeah, I think Ashby should go on the right.
who in the
I think
middle
it's just
then? Zuma?
that middle position for me. I don't know if we go with Zuma or if we go with Tiago, because yeah,
Would you also go Thiago for his match experience paired with Azpilicueta, or would you want to put Zuma in there? Because like Zuma under Tuchel's been a bit shaky, like
yeah,
when he's played. I mean, it wasn't. Granted, it's not been his fault all the time, but compared with when we've had Christensen, Rudiger, Aspi back three, or even Silva, but he's been injured. It's been quite solid. But the games that Zuma's played, correct, we've lost them all, I think, because there was the Southampton, then there was the the West Brom.
yeah.
So I've not he didn't play in the Porto one, but yeah. Do you think it'll be Zuma though?
I don't know. What do you think, Tiago?
I think I think it would be fine to play Thiago Silva because
Yeah,
I don't think we should play against Brighton. Let's be real. Like Brighton are a
yeah.
decent team, but
Zuma
we
should be
shouldn't
able
be
to handle Brighton.
exactly. We shouldn't be we shouldn't be risking Thiago Silva for Brighton. So this is, I think, a good opportunity for him to start.
Yeah.
So now, left back man, what are we saying? Ben Chilwell again? Any case for Alonso in for the FA Cup? You know, he's had some good history, good moments in the cup, or
I
just
think
keep
it's
Chilwell?
I think it's got to be Chilwell because if you look at City, that right side that they have, if they play Mahrez, I don't want to see Alonso against Mahrez. The last time Alonso played Mahrez, it did not end up good. And Mahrez has lots of skills, and he's one of those skillful players with lots of tricks and stuff. And I just think Chilwell is better suited. Although he has been playing a lot, I think for this game, I think it's got to be because if Mahrez gets one-on-one against Alonso, I wouldn't
Yeah,
favor
he's
Alonso
done.
too
Bye
much.
bye Alonso. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with you. Because City have, a very strong attacking trident. And Alonso is just lack of defensive quality, I'd say. Just
yeah.
cannot make up for anything against City. So I think Chilwell is a must on the left side. Now, moving on to the right, any case for Hudson-Odoi, right wing back after the Palace appearance, or just keep it smart and simple for Reece James?
Yeah, I'd just go with the Reece James. I think it wouldn't be fair to throw Hudson-Odoi into this game, into a semifinal. I think if we were to play him, I think it would most likely he would have a good impact as a sub. But I think to start, I think we should go with the Reece James again, just to be a bit safe on the defensive side, because City's attack is
Yeah, I hear you. And the fact that Cho is also not a natural wing back, he's
yeah,
he's an excellent player, and Tuchel wants him to play there and fill in there, but he's not a natural wing back. And you can also make the case for Alonso, like for Chilwell, not for Chilwell, sorry, for Hudson-Odoi. Right? Hudson-Odoi is not as defensively like aware or smart, or he's not technically gifted defensively compared with his attacking attributes. So I think it's Reece James clear for this one, eh?
yeah, yeah,
Now midfield two with Kovacic out and
yeah,
Kante, he did get the green light.
yeah.
Are we gonna see Jorginho and Gilmore thing? Because I think surely there can be a case for Gilmore, because Gilmore bossed it in this competition last year. He pulled out all the tricks in his bag against Liverpool. So maybe this would be the good time to throw him in. He is a quality player, but he just doesn't have that game time or match experience. Or
Yeah.
do we just want to risk Kante in this one? I'm just curious to hear your thoughts, man.
Um, if I was being honest, I would play just the same pivot as Porto because I
But
think
do you play Jorginho? Yeah, I
and
agree.
Con
Jorginho has to start.
because the thing is, if you look at City, their center backs they push up
Yeah,
very high. Stones likes to get on the other end of the pitch as well, and I think
yes.
that Conte has just a better chance against Stones than Gilmore does, in my opinion.
Really, even what Gilmore did last season. Remember that FA Cup performance
Yeah,
against
yeah, I
Liverpool,
remember
man
that
of the
FA
match.
Cup, but
You don't think you can boss if you boss the Liverpool midfield. You don't think you can boss the City back line or the City midfield. Like I think surely there has to be a case for this guy because I think if he doesn't play this game, he'll have to play the Brighton game.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
just
I think he should start the Brighton game over this, if I'm being honest, right? Because
because
that's what we did with Zuma, right? Because if Zuma could easily handle Brighton, I think Gilmore could do Brighton as well.
I hear you. So there's just playing the you want to play the slightly stronger team in the FA Cup, and then just of course against Brighton midweek, just add a
Yeah,
few more
just a couple
rotations.
rotations in there. It shouldn't be too
Exactly.
hard, no.
Because we have, I think, also another one of the most important games of the season versus West Ham, that
Yeah,
could dictate our top four chances.
yeah,
So I think it'll be interesting this run in and who Tuchel decides to, go with because he also he said in the press conference something along the lines doesn't want, he doesn't want to introduce too many rotations. Players have to fight for their positions, if they're not
yeah.
selected. So he wants to create a more solidified team. But of course, there's always time for rotation in the squad.
Yeah.
Now, the attacking trident, who are we saying left wing and right wing, Vedant?
Left wing. Who are our options? I think it's got to be Werner this game, if I'm being honest. Because I think
Yeah,
Pulisic's played. He's played 3 games in a week, isn't it? I think, and that last game he just got absolutely battered.
yeah,
I
he got
mean,
clapped. Yeah, he got clapped up against Porto,
yeah,
unfortunately. maybe Ziyech too. Ziyech on the right, and maybe
Yeah,
like
Ziyech on the right, I'd say maybe, or Hudson-Odoi or Ziyech on the right. I'm not sure which one. We'll get into
yeah,
that.
we'll go Timo on the left. I do think he will play Ziyech though for the experience over
Yeah, I think
Hudson.
Ziyech
I
will
do.
play.
I could see Hudson Odoi making an appearance like 60, 70th minute, but
Mhm.
Ziyech hasn't played for a bit, so be good to introduce him back into the team and show his quality at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
I think he'll have a good opportunity there. Now up front, who are we saying? Giroud, Havertz, Abraham?
I think Havertz also needs to rest because he's also played 3 in a week, if I'm not wrong, because he played
Yeah, he
Palace,
has.
Porto. So I would go Giroud, honestly, because City's defense. Let's be honest. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, Ruben Diaz, he's a baller, and John Stones as well. He's kind of revived himself this season. So I think Giroud out of our strikers in terms of physicality. I think Giroud has the best chance of getting past or near them in the air at least.
Exactly. And if we do want to whip crosses in and play crossing, inshallah, Giroud is the best man to have up front.
With
You
Ziyech
know,
as
he,
well.
he does it and he does it in the cup. He's FA Cup. That's one of his
Yeah.
specialities back at Arsenal. He scored big goals in big games. And this, it'd be good to see because it'd be good to see Giroud get some big run-ins because I'm not sure
Mm.
how many more game time he's gonna get. So we just gotta hope for the best for him, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that's the starting team from the combined both of us. Now moving on to just a quick tactical analysis of the game. What do you think the score prediction is going to be and why?
I think I think it's gonna be quite close if I'm being honest. I think it might even go to extra time or penalties,
Yep.
but I'm not sure which one. If it goes to extra time, I think there'll be a goal in extra time. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. It's going to be quite a fascinating game, because Tuchel has like modeled himself managerially and tactically, on elements of Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
It's that mold, and they played. Tuchel actually has not beaten Guardiola previously in Germany when he was manager of Mainz and Dortmund, but at the same time, he didn't have the tools at his hand that he had at Chelsea. At Chelsea now, is Pep had Bayern and Tuchel had two inferior teams. That's a fact. So it'll be very interesting to see how this game plays out and how Tuchel will want to counteract, City's greatness
Mhm.
this season. They're just so lethal on the ball and going forward in that final third.
Yeah.
So I think it'll come down at the end of the day of taking our chances because City, they've got a watertight defense. So we need any chance we get, we need to score. It's as simple as that. And City will
Yeah.
punish us if we do not do that because they're are very lethal too. And same thing in the midfield, City's midfield have been excellent. Foden's also a massive player to watch out for, but I genuinely think we have a very good opportunity of beating City, sorry.
Yeah.
And we're very set up. We're set up well to counteract them, and I just think that we could go. I think it's going to be really tight. I'm I'm saying 2-1, 2-1 and the second goal in extra time, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
All right.
just want to add something. This is completely random, but did you see the news that apparently Tuchel isn't interested in Tuchel and Chelsea aren't interested in Holland because he's too expensive, and he likes Lukaku and Mbappe more.
I didn't see that actually, but I don't believe that
It was
necessarily.
Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips.
Oh, okay. So it's a trustworthy source at the end of the day, but we're not on the heads of Thomas Tuchel or Roman Abramovich.
Yeah.
So I think everyone wants Haaland. We are in the race for him. I don't know, for first, last, fourth, fifth, or sixth, whatever. But we're obviously interested in him. He will come at a great cost. And it's whether we want to front up that cost to get that player. And then if that player wants to come to Chelsea, Now, I could see definitely Haaland coming to us. Definitely, if we win the Champions League, it's just that extra token.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, we're European champions. Here's 150 mil. You'll be the main man leading the line. But it could be anything, bro. I mean, I'd be happy with Lukaku, even another striker. I
yeah,
wouldn't mind if we had Aguero. But we'll just see what happens in the summer, eh?
yeah, and
Of
also
course. Yeah,
yeah,
go
and
on.
also speaking of Dortmund, Jude Bellingham. Apparently, we are interested in him. I
Yeah,
absolutely
I
love Jude
want I
Bellingham.
want Bellingham at this club.
Yeah,
Oh, I've got the hiccups at the minute.
it's so good.
Um,
He's ball. He's a baller.
he's incredible, man. He's like he's like 8 months older than me, man. It's scarfed. Like to be playing at that level at that young age, what Guardiola said, he's lying that he's
Yeah,
17. I do think midfield is another area that we will have to reinforce. As you think about it, let's be real. Kante's not always 100% fit. And if one of Jorginho or Kovacic goes down, who do we
yeah,
have like as backup options there? And I think Bellingham would be just so good as a midfielder to develop.
perfect.
You know, I'm not sure how much he'd cost. Let's be real, Dortmund. I'm sure he's there on like a long-term deal, like
Yeah.
a 6 year, because he's 17,
Hmm.
and Dortmund would definitely ask for a lot. But if we can get Jude Bellingham, definitely, bro, definitely. Honestly,
Yeah,
he's a baller, man. He's
yeah,
got the skills to pay the bills, man. Just nothing else needs to be said, eh?
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. What, sorry?
So I just said I agree. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all been said. That was just a short summary of the game coming up on the weekend. I think we're gonna win. So we just gotta take it to them, take the fight to them, and
mhm,
we'll just see what happens, I guess. So
yeah,
thank you so much for tuning into today's video, Vedant. You want to do the outro?
yeah. Like the video, guys. Comment your score predictions for the game. Like the video and subscribe, and socials for Nick and myself will be down in the description below. Make sure to follow us on all socials, and yeah, we will see you guys on Sunday with a review of the game, and let's hope that Chelsea come away with a very significant victory.
Yep, up the Chelsea.
Up the